Welcome back to another YouTube video. It's your girl Chrissy Chella here. In today's YouTube video, I'm going to talk all about your stomach, all about the core, all about the abs. So if you're new here, I actually gave birth 9 months ago. Say hi to everyone. Ooh, the big boy. Arlito. I call him Arlito because it's a very Latin thing to do, and he is half Dominican and half Albanian. So he's a bit of a mix. And one of my biggest goals since giving birth to my beautiful son was to regain my core strength, but to also be in the healthiest, best version of myself possible in my fitness journey. I have been leaner, I have been arguably fitter, but I've never felt more healthy than I do today. And that is arguably because I've been working on my core strength and getting back my core stability since giving birth. As mums, we tend to lose a lot of that strength during pregnancy. Our muscles are changing there, our bodies are developing, you're growing a beautiful human inside you, and that takes a living life out of you. So if there's one person that understands what you went through, it is me. I wanted to create a video that is simple, guided, and hopefully by the end of it you have some easy tips to follow. I also want to show you my favorite ab routine to date that has truly made me feel so much stronger, and I've seen the best results doing it. So without further ado, leave a thumbs up as it goes a long way, and let's get into this video. So the first thing I want to say is everyone is different, right? And everyone has different pregnancies. Some women, have vaginal births, and some women have C-section. And I think that regardless of what birth you have, I think it comes with its own elements of difficulties. I actually had preeclampsia during my pregnancy, which meant that I had insanely high blood pressure. I was very swollen, was holding on to a lot of retention, and I actually had to deliver my son prematurely, which was very difficult to digest. So any mums going through any difficulties right now, I'm with you, I empathize with you, but I promise you that you and your baby are gonna be just fine, so keep hanging in there. With that being said, oftentimes we love to compare with the things that we don't have, right? And a lot of women maybe bounce back, quote unquote, sooner than others. But please remember, it's very, very subjective. Some women have nannies, me. Some women have worked out for 10 years prior to having a baby. So you've got to work with what you got. What I'm about to share in this video is gonna help everyone. Even if it's one tip, and know that you're gonna find something that you feel comfortable with. So I'm gonna take you through my favorite workout whilst I give you a tip, because I think it's a bit more entertaining than just sitting there talking rubbish. The first exercise that I love to do is a crunch, and crunches are exceptionally hard, so you're gonna work with what you've got. If you are a beginner, use your arms to guide you upwards. If you are advanced, you wanna put your hands behind your head. If you really wanna go to the next level, you can grab some dumbbells. Your abs work the same as any other muscle in your body. The difference is, when it comes to your abs, is that you have two different types of ways of training that area of your body. You have the core and you have abs. I'm gonna insert a clip of an old video that I made, really diving deep to the difference between training your core and your abs right now. Core consists of being the trunk of your body. It's your stabilizer, it protects your spine, it is the foundation. Your abs consist of more accessory movement. I'm gonna list some of the muscles that the core is consistent of. When it comes to your abs, it consists of trans abdominis, internal and external obliques, and rectus abdominis. So that being said, the first exercise is actually going to focus on your abs. So remember, with the crunch, you can use dumbbells, you can put hands behind your head, or you can use your arms to guide you, depending on how strong your abs and core are. So let's go. want to imagine you're working vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. And what I mean by that is roll, lift, extend. Don't just go all the way up. That's going to cause a lot of strain in your neck. So let's do that one more time. You're going to roll, lift, extend. Lifting with your core, pulling yourself all the way up, and then rolling back down because you're still working your core and your abs just like so. So you're going to roll, lift, extend. That's how you're really going to work those abs. The next exercise is an oblique crunch. Please don't worry about training obliques. I know that a lot of people are scared about training obliques in case you get a wide frame, but you know, you're not. You're going to be fine. So I'm grabbing a kettlebell here. This is a 16 kg kettlebell. It's quite heavy, so don't go too crazy. Hand behind your head. You're going to roll the weight down. You're going to feel that tension, and then you're going to lift back up. And what you want to do is you want to roll, 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 roll until you really feel it here. And then you want to crunch back on the other side. The other thing that I did that really helped me more with my core strength and my abs was I did a lot of pelvic floor and I did a lot of core stability. And that was probably the best thing that I did at the beginning of my pregnancy. So if you are postpartum and you don't know what to do, I have the Evolve You app. And the Evolve You app, I have a postpartum workout recovery program in there, by qualified, checked by experts, get your doctor's clearance, but work on your core stability. Change sides, you can do about 10 reps on each side and then come back. Until you can rebuild your core slowly and surely with pelvic floors and good core exercises, I would avoid doing these. It took me around about 3 to 4 months of building, and then I started integrating these bad boys. The next thing that I want to discuss is being on a calorie deficit. If you want visible abs, first of all, genetics plays a big factor in that, but also it's your body fat percentage. So in order for you to really see your abs be a bit more visible, you want to lower your body fat percentage. In order to do that, you need to have a sufficient diet with high protein and also to be actually burning more than you consume. That's pretty much what a calorie deficit is. If you need help calculating it, you can download the Evolve You app and it will tell you exactly how much protein, how many calories that you should be consuming if you want to be in a deficit. The next exercise that I absolutely love, I love this exercise, you guys, so much. Basically, it's a bit of a hybrid. So you're gonna extend out with dumbbells, you're gonna hold, and you're gonna come all the way crunched like so. The burn is unbelievable, and using dumbbells, which is so important to use weights when you're training your core and your abs, just like every other muscle, you need to be able to do it body weight, and then adding weights and resistance will really help build that strength. Here we go. The next exercise that I absolutely love, and this is gonna hit a lot of your core, is when you are in a plank position, you do target a lot more of your trunk. So you're gonna be in a plank position and you're gonna hover your knee to the left, to the middle, to the right. Woo! So you're gonna hover, and what you don't wanna do is you don't wanna be too piked up like that. You wanna come controlling your core here, holding tight by breathing out. Left, middle, right, left, middle, right. And with that, tip number 4 has to be the way that you are training your abs / core. It is so important to add resistance. I never really added much resistance, or I would just do cable crunches and I thought that would be enough. But ever since I've added light dumbbells into my ab routine, it has made a world of difference. And it's because I used to see abs as an accessory, but now I see it as a part of my body that requires a lot of attention and care, especially after giving birth. I appreciate it so much more. So the way I train it is 4 times a week. 2 of those sessions have 0 resistance, 2 of those sessions have resistance. And what I mean by that is 2 of my ab circuits are only body weight, 2 of my ab circuits require dumbbells. And within each of those circuits, I do a max between 3 to 4 exercises, about 20 reps each, 3 rounds. So it's a little bit of a circuit that I do at the beginning of my workout or the end. It's completely up to you and what you feel like. And by doing this, it's enabled me to really slowly rebuild that core strength and create the desirable effect that I want to create in my body. So that is how I'm personally training abs. So I encourage you to add some dumbbells into your ab routine. There you have it. I absolutely love that ab circuit. We used some weights, we did some planking motions, which help your core. We did some resistance in there, which is the weights. And you just built a well-rounded ab routine. Now, the other thing that you can integrate is sprints. That's really good. Much more heavier compound lifts, which is really gonna help with your core and your trunk. Also doing things like hyperextension will really help with your lower back. But the tips that I gave you and the tricks are just to really educate you on the difference between core and abs, and also the things that you equally need to be doing in order to recover and get the effects that you want to get. Being in a calorie deficit, incorporating resistance training, being consistent and actually treating your abs with a lot of love and attention and care. Also knowing the difference between core and ab is really, really equally important. So I hope you found this video useful. Make sure that you try that ab routine. You can do it in your comfort of your own home, when your baby's sleeping. I got you. You can use water bottles, whatever you feel comfortable with if you don't have dumbbells. Leave a thumbs up, it goes a long way, and I love you always and forever.